Check out that top of the screen, guys. We are playing with friends again. We've got friends everywhere. We've got a little bunny rabbit friend, and we've got a tiny little polar bear cub friend. Well, I thought we had a cub. You just grew up. Oh, well, at least you probably won't attack me now. You were getting angry with me before. You are going to be the new backup. Gotta get a name tag. Okay, this could be really bad. It is a desolate wasteland. And we are about to find out if one player sleeping is working on the server. Oh, please. This could be nasty. Yes, awesome. Although Mantis went to sleep at the same time, so maybe it's not working. Let's do a proper intro. G'day, folks. It's Cortezerino. It's the new and improved Cortezerino. Look at my beautiful armor. It's all shiny and flashy. Nah, it is absolutely horrible. We definitely need to get to work, but welcome to my brand new home. Well, it's not really my home just yet. We're doing a little bit of building over there. It is day number 2 on the Evermore server, and I've decided to set up in this wasteland, mainly because it's right next to spawn, and I get lazy early game. I can't be bothered walking too far. But yeah, I did have to set up base the first day in a little plains biome because there's nothing out here. I was starving. If I hadn't have found an igloo, I would have been in big trouble because the night was super scary and the igloo had a nice little bed for me. But yeah, you're probably wondering, what are you doing on a server, Cortez? Well, it's because of one... Ooh, let's hope there's no cub around here. These guys are going to be the death of me. It's because of 1.16. You see, on my single-player world, I really do not want to update. I've got everything set up the way I like it with the replay mod and my shaders and everything. And yeah, if I update the world, I am going to lose all of that. So a playing on a 1.16 server was the obvious choice. Whoops. But yeah, we're not going to have any shaders or replay mod for a while, which will be unfortunate, but it means we can get up to other stuff. So we are finally going to get to play around with all the 1.16 little funny things. I've already found one. Yeah, let's go to we'll avoid my base for the time being, and we will run off to something else that you probably already know about, but it's the first time I've seen it, and I thought it was awesome. But anyway, what is the server? Well, it's just me and a few friends. So there are only 5 of us at the moment. This is my beautiful base. Isn't it horrible? It's only temporary. I'll probably rip out everything here later on. So if you remember, well, if you've seen my old Diamond Society videos, you will remember Crafting Mantis. She is here with us. But the main reason I said yes to joining this server, even though it's really, really small, is because my friend Meg Ray, and you've probably seen videos of Meg Ray. She's becoming pretty famous. Yeah, she set it up and she asked me if I wanted to join, and basically I wanted to play with Meg Ray. So that is why I am here. Whoops, scary bits everywhere. And there's also a fella called Paisley. When they said he was joining, I'm like, who's that? And I went to his channel. I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen this guy around. I think I took the wrong turn at the wrong road. Maybe not. Let's keep going a little bit further. I'm getting completely lost. And then there's another fella who is... I'll put the link to everyone in the video description if you want to check him out. It's a guy called Garbo. He is a friend of Meg Ray's and he's here as well. So it's just 5 of us. That's what I was looking for. So yeah, big surprise to me. I'd never seen this before, but you guys have probably seen it. It's like a little monument or relic to the nether. So we had a bit of a problem here earlier. There's lava in the ground, and as far as I know, we still haven't turned off fire ticks, so a lot got burnt out here. But how cool is this? There must be a whole bunch of these scattered around with just part of a nether portal there so we can finish it. And in that chest, I found this armor. So we've got golden mending, which is a good idea because the new beasties in the nether probably won't attack us when we're wearing the gold, will they? But yeah, I haven't been watching any of the update videos, so I am going to be in for a shock. I don't know which guys attack us or why they attack us. I'm going to get into a lot of trouble. But yeah, there's a flint and steel in there as well, so this is a very cool addition to the game. I wonder if I build the portal here, does it appear anywhere special in the nether? I don't know, like one of those new fortressy things, whatever they're called. I don't know. Let's head back to base. I am rambling. And I should mention that because this server is so small at the moment, we are actually taking new people on. If you're a YouTuber and you are a very decent builder, because we have got some good builders here, you want to be able to fit in. So I think, I think Meg Ray is the one to ask about that. She might have an application form or something. I'm not quite sure. I'm just here to have some fun and muck around and hopefully build a couple of nice little things while we're here. But anyway, guys, this is the starter base. I was absolutely starving, and so I came here to the very edge of my snowy area and found some animals and got set up. So basically, getting set up for me is just getting to a point where I have one decent pick, and I finally got it. I've actually got a Fortune 3-1 in my little base over here, which isn't really a base, it's just a cave that I put a door on. So this is it. We've got, using the cows and the sugarcane, I finally got all of this set up. And yeah, we've got a Fortune 3 pick here, which is awesome. And I've only found 2 clusters of diamonds down in my tiny little mine, but we've got 26 diamonds left over. So yeah, so this is all I've done, guys. Next to no mining. And I really don't like doing too much mining now. We don't really need to do it now that we've got all the cool villages that sell all the diamond gear. So now that I'm set up slightly and I've got one good tool, it is time to get my villager trading going. That's how I always start my worlds. And this is a terrible place for a base, by the way. It is surrounded by caves and I can nearly never sleep because there are beasties all around us. But anyway, it's nearly night time. You see I've got my clock going. It's the first thing I always do in a Minecraft world is get my clock so I know when it's night time. So we will, let's go back to Snowy Area. I can't remember if I showed you what I was building out there, but we are working on my villager trading hall, which I hope still works in 1.16. And the obvious question is, Cortez, what are you planning to build out here? You know, I've had some requests for building a, like, Viking buildings or a Viking village. And, like, whenever you give me a request on a video or a suggestion, like, build this or build that, I always read them. And it can be some random building. You say, build the goobly gook. I'll always Google it and see what that is and see if it's something, like, just to see if I get inspired, and 99% of the time I look at the picture and go, nah, I'm not going to build that. But every suggestion, I always Google it every single time, guys, so keep the suggestions coming. But anyway, I thought about the Viking thing, and I Googled it, and I don't know, the houses all just seem sort of simple and similar. Ooh, I'm getting scared by these guys. So I still don't know. I think I want to go mostly sort of fantasy, just do whatever I want. So part Game of Thrones, you know, beyond the wall, because it's all snowy out here, so I can do all kinds of crazy things out here. Also, just like I think what I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to base this off Beowulf. If it's an old English sort of fable. Yeah, I don't know if many people know about it now, but you would know Lord of the Rings. You know Rohan and Edoras, that area. That is basically Beowulf with horses added. So I'm going to be doing that sort of style. But yeah, we're starting on my classic villager trading hall sort of design here. Now, just one little section of that is enough for me. Like, I don't need too many trades. I've got my favourite trades and I just stick with them and I can get enough out of one little area. But I figured we're on a server, you know, some other people might want some other weird enchantments, so I'm putting a second one in right here. And I've built it in this particular position because it's sort of in a little little depression in the land here so I can cover this up later on to keep my villagers nice and safe, and then build on top of it. And that will be more like a cool little settlement, so all the buildings up on top of a hill. So I'm not sure if this will be my main base to live in or not, but we'll find out. So I have no villages yet. I haven't even seen a village in this world. I don't even know where to start looking. I'll probably just get in a boat and try and find one next to the shore, because transporting the villagers in boats is the easiest way. But yeah, in previous worlds, I've always got the villagers first and then just had to bury them until I built the hall. So this time I'm building the hall first. We've got lots of lights hidden under trapdoors. I'm kind of limited by what materials I can use here. So it's all wood, but I think it's coming together. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave you here. We're going to do some... actually, I kind of want to check out... Let's see what Mantis is... I'm going to get in touch with Mantis, see if she's set up already, and we might go over and say hello. No, I won't. Turns out she logged out while I was rambling, so she's gone. I think I know where she's setting up. She's setting up on an island way out there somewhere. It'll probably take me forever to get there anyway, and I'd get lost. Anyway, I'm going to finish this up, put a roof on it, make it secure, and then we will go hunting for some villages. So I'm just going to row off and find a village, I said. Well, I am not going to lie, guys. That took me hours. That took me most of last night to find a village. I mean, I did get a little bit distracted. I kept investigating shipwrecks and getting into buried treasure and all that. And I actually found 2 desert temples before I even found a village. So we've got lots of goodies now. I found enough string to make a couple of bows, got myself some saddles and horse armor. I even found Crafting Mantis's house, which was pretty cool. I cut down a tree. Well, I sort of cut down a tree there. I cut down the trunk, and I left the top bit, and then I just threw the wood away. I didn't even want it. So we just won't mention that to her. If she says anything in the comments, just tell her she has termites. And I was a little bit worried about actually getting my villagers past all these hills in the boats. I didn't want to have to go to too much work. But I found the perfect little entrance here. I just used a piston to push my boat with the villager up onto the ice. And then I had a pretty clear track all the way to my base down there. So now basically what I'm doing, I'm just breeding up the villagers, and I had to move most of my farms over to this area over here because I need food to give them to get them to breed, and also to trade with to get the lovely, lovely emeralds. So we've set up lots and lots out here. Got my carrots and sugarcane and pumpkins and melons. If you're wondering why I set the pumpkins and melon farms up like this, it's just they are so much easier to harvest. I know they don't necessarily grow as quickly. There are better designs for growing them, but for harvesting early game, this is definitely the easiest way. But anyway, let's just head up here. Let's take the river route here. So I had to dig a tiny little bit through my hill, but it wasn't too bad. We got it done pretty quickly, and we could just bring them in here. And I spent the rest of the night just breeding them up, starting to do a little bit of trading, and you can see we've finished this off, so they are nice and safe now. I've got a little trapdoor here somewhere. Here we go. So if you haven't seen my design for the trading hall before and you don't know how this works, I will link the tutorial in the video description. But I can safely say it is working perfectly in 1.16. I was a tiny bit worried, but it's working just fine. So in order for these guys to breed, you have to feed them, but they also have to have access to beds. So I've got a line of beds behind those trapdoors over there. And the trapdoors mean that the villagers think they can pathfind to the beds, but they can't actually reach them, because if they actually sleep and have access to a workstation, so if one of those guys sleeps and then I bring him up here to a workstation, we are going to get iron golems that spawn in here, and that can be dangerous, the wild iron golems. You give them one little whack and they kill you. So this is pretty good. I think in the tutorial, I have the beds one block too close to the trapdoors, and sometimes the villagers are able to get through there. So if you do build it, just move the beds back by an extra block. But yeah, I just throw the food over here, and you can see they are breeding up. And when I want to bring them out here, I just open those fence gates. And I wouldn't do it now because there are babies in there, and the babies can escape out of here. But once they're all grown up, I can open those fence gates and then put down a workstation here. Open those fence gates, and once the fence gates are open, they can see the workstation. And the dude will just walk up here all by himself, and I can close the fence gate, and we've trapped him. So villagers will not see past fence gates. It's really good. It means they're not going to lock on to someone else's workstation. We can control what they can see. Same thing here. They can't pathfind past this wall, so they can't see anything beyond it, so they don't notice any of those workstations. You want your breeding villagers to have no trade at all. You can see we can't trade with these guys. They breed a lot faster if they're not thinking about their workstations. And the same thing here, right here, I have a double layer of carpet. So I've got one layer of carpet down there with more carpet on top. And that tricks the villagers as well. They can't see past that. So this guy here, he's got walls on each side, fence gate behind, and carpet in front. All he can see is his workstation. So this thing is working pretty well. I tried to design it to make it look as nice as I could with the dodgy materials that I had, so I quite like the shape of this roof. It turned out alright, I reckon. And there is a lot of wood in this design. I don't like having wood absolutely everywhere, so I'll probably do something with the floor later just to get rid of that, having too much of that texture about, although there is a mesa nearby, and I've been farming the cocoa beans, so I put around just a line of the brown terracotta all the way around, and that makes a huge difference. But we're looking good, guys. We've got farmers over here for getting our emeralds. These guys take a long time to unlock. I've got to spend a lot of emeralds on these, but I've got a weaponsmith to get my axes and swords, an armourer to get my armour, and the toolsmith for picks and stuff, so I shouldn't have to use any more of my diamonds. But I'm not going to go too crazy trying to get a fully enchanted set of diamond gear at the moment, because I haven't even been to the Nether yet, and we have to find the ancient debris and all that junk to make the black armour, which is going to be a little bit more powerful. And apparently once you apply that, you lose all your enchantments anyway, so I think what I'd prefer to do is to try and get a set of gold armor, because one of the only things I actually do know about the Nether update is wearing gold gives you a little bit of protection. I wonder if that applies to gold weapons. Like if I run around with a diamond sword, am I going to get into trouble? I don't know. I want to tame a kitty, but I can't catch them. They're too fast at the moment. So anyway, guys, we are probably going to leave it here for today. This has been 3 days' work, which doesn't sound like much, but I have been playing pretty much constantly over those 3 days. And I actually... Oh, creeper, let's go back this way. I actually thought that by the end of this episode, I would be able to cover this thing up and build something above, maybe a grand hall or something, but no, we didn't have nearly as much time as I thought I did. This has taken forever. So that's it from me, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you are enjoying the new series, and drop me any suggestions on what you think I should build right here. Remember, I always look at these suggestions and I always Google them and check them out. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm Cortezerino. I'll see you later.